Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code DRASIN12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
Well, it's another one of those rainy, cloudy days here in California, and pretty dreary outside, so it's a good day to get a subject and talk about it a bit. I'm not sure if people really understand this one because it's kind of detailed, but it will definitely help your workouts. You know, there's certain things you can take for a pump. For example, carbohydrates before your workout or the night before will give you a really good pump the next day. And of course, the pump is what we want to drive the blood into the muscle so that the muscle expands and grows and builds more cells, and this is how it works. When you tear down your cells training, when you rest, they rebuild and they double in size. Okay, no, they just manufacture more cells and they just get bigger and bigger. When you lose fat cells, people think that you're done with the fat cells, you lose them, but you don't lose them. They just shrivel down in size, and so you get thin. But if you start eating again, those fat cells fill out and they become fat all over again. You never get rid of them unless you have liposuction. If you want to get a good pump, we all know that nitric oxide does the job. It's a vasodilator. It dilates your veins and in your muscle, and the veins fill up with blood and they get a good pump. Now, that can be done through a lot of supplements that have nitric oxide. Super Pump is one of them. Beet Juice is a natural supplement that does that. Now, I just found this out a year ago from Jerry Brandon, that beet juice really works. If you drink it before you train, you drink it every day, you'll get a terrific pump, you'll have a ton of energy. Well, then there's also the sexual enhancement drugs such as Viagra and Cialis. Now, people don't really understand that this has a two-part or a three-part effect to it. If you take a daily Cialis, like a 5 milligram daily, comes for a month's supply, and if you get it from your doctor, he'll give you a free sample. And you can always ask them for free samples because they're not cheap. Yes, they do certain things in the bedroom, but they have a tendency to lower your blood pressure. So if you have high blood pressure and you take Cialis or Viagra, it will definitely lower your blood pressure because it's a vasodilator, meaning that it opens the veins, the blood flows easier, the heart doesn't have to work as hard, and the pressure goes down. If you take one before you work out, you'll get a terrific pump, because what that does, and people laugh at me, and they said, what if you get an erection while you're training because of the Cialis? I said, that's not why you're taking it. You're taking it to put blood in the muscle that you're working. So let's just say we're taking bicep, and it's bicep day, and you take one pill an hour before you train. By the time you get in there and you start your workout, that blood will go to that muscle, and it'll pump it up really big and thick. I mean, it works really well. And nobody really knows that I've talked to. They just say, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Yeah, well, it's an expensive way to go because those pills aren't cheap. But if you can get samples from your doctor, this is what they do. Or if you're going on the internet, you can get a pretty decent price on them. So those for sure, beet juice for sure, nitric oxide for sure, and supplements that carry the nitric oxide like a pre-workout might have it in there. So I just wanted to tell you because I've tried all three, and all three work. And it's amazing what you can do with your workout if you want to take something like this. A lot of men take these things. Now, when I was much younger, they weren't around, and nobody really knew about them because they didn't exist. So they just figured, it is what it is. But if you do have an issue and you can't perform, you might want to check your testosterone levels, because 9 times out of 10 they're low. And if they're low, nothing's working properly. If you boost it up to a normal number, which is probably around 400 to 600, I believe, you're not going to have a problem anyway. So don't be so quick to go out to the drugstore and buy something like Viagra or Cialis. Just have your testosterone checked first. Make sure it's at a decent level that operates your body the way it should. And as you get older in your 40s, you start losing that about 1% a year. So even my son at 40 gets a shot every 2 weeks. He doesn't work out. He's not in the training, this and that. But the doctor said he was really low and he was getting lethargic, tired, and didn't feel like doing anything. The minute he went on the testosterone replacement, his enthusiasm got better. And he got a full-time job 2 years ago, and he hasn't stopped since. So there's good points to everything. But I wanted to make this knowledgeable for you, so maybe you might want to figure out how that works for you, and maybe you didn't know about it, but it's a good thing to know. I noticed also my pre-workout drink, I take one from Old School Labs, and I feel really good on it. And what it does is it not only fires me up, but I end up talking a lot. I don't know what it is in a pre-workout, but it puts me in a good mood. I'm normally in a good mood anyway. I go to the gym, I'm all fired up, I can talk, my senses are good, I can crack a lot of jokes and be funny. And someone says, "Oh my God, you're in a different world this week than you were last week." Well, I'm taking the pre-workout, and it made a difference. Just a little spoonful. It's funny how things like that happen, right? And then after your workout, it's not so much getting the protein, it's getting glycogen into the muscle. So you want something with a little sugar. A friend of mine told me years ago, eat gummy bears. Well, I guess you probably could, or anything that's sweet. Anyway, that's Rick's Corner. It's getting late in the afternoon here, and I wanted to fill you in on the knowledge that I had on this stuff because it's pretty good stuff. And I come up with, someone said to me today, "You're going to do a show?" I said, "Yeah." They said, "What are you going to talk about?" I don't know. I'll know when I get home. I'll just wing it. Someone said, "You just wing things as you go all the time?" I said, "Yeah." And I said, I learned that from years ago when I played in a rock band. I was a guitarist. And we play a lot of the same songs. We had a song list of about 60 songs. And I would play lead guitar, and my leads would always be a little different. I'd throw something in there a little different every time, just like you do with the workout. I said, I go to the gym, I do a little different workout. I call it, and I wing it as I go. And with wrestling, when I was wrestling, we didn't work out our matches. We didn't say, okay, we got 15 minutes, here's what we're going to do, and there's 20,000 things you're going to do. We called it as we went, just to feel the audience, that they were with us. We just keep doing what we're doing. Comedians do the same thing. If they have a good audience, they just keep going on the route they're going. You always got to have a fallback joke, but I think we did fine. Anyway, that's my information for today. Use it, learn from it, and see what works for you. And by the way, I did try those ball grips that Vince gave me today, and I did back. And I will say that I really like the grip. It's pretty good. Different, something different. I needed something different. I've been doing this too many years. See y'all next time. Have a great evening.
Hope you enjoyed the video brought to you by Old School Labs. Use my discount code DRASIN12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com.
Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drasin, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interest as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.